What is it good, everyone? Today, I'm doing my top 10 safeties in the NFL. I was going to do the O-line video, but I lost, the paper for it because I had written it down. So I'm going to just skip the O-line and probably come back to it later. But the top 10 safeties in the NFL, free safety, strong safeties, and, Okay, starting with the honorable mentions, Trey Boston, Malcolm Jenkins, Teron Harmon, Jordan Poyer, Micah Hyde, Keanu Neal, Devontae Kazi, and that is honorable mentions. Coming at the number 10 spot is Devon Mccourtney. Devon Mccourtney, he's on the Dolphins now. Not sure, but Devon McCourtney, he's getting there in age, but I think he's still a top 10 safety in the league. But he in stats wise, he's pretty good. He can rack up a few interceptions here and there, like 2 or 3. I don't know how many he had this season, but he could have a decent amount of interceptions. He's getting there in age. I know he's probably going to retire here soon, but I think he's still a top 10 safety. Coming on the number 9 spot, we have Jesse Bates from the Cincinnati Bengals. Jesse Bates is a blitzing safety, if you can call that. He's good with interceptions too, and he can hit and stuff like that. And we saw it against the Eagles. He got really good pressure that game. He could come out with a couple interceptions, a couple sacks. Jesse Bates is a top 10 safety, whether you like it or not. Jesse Bates' career is kind of getting wasted in Cincinnati unless they do something, because their defense is pretty bad. But Jesse Bates, I think, can be good in very possible. Oh, he actually is good, so hopefully continue to do that. Come on number 8 spot, I have Harrison Smith from the Minnesota Vikings. He is the same boat with Devon Mccourtney. He's getting there in age, but he is still solid. He can hit hard. He's a hard-hitting safety. He could come down in the box and play like sub-linebacker, kind of like Keanu Neal. He's going to be playing linebacker for the Cowboys, but he's on my top 10 though. Harrison Smith, he's still solid. Injuries, I don't think he was injured at all this year, but Harrison Smith is really, really good, and the Vikings defense is pretty good. Their offense, is pretty good too. Kirk Cousins, but Harrison Smith is a top 10. Coming number 7 spot, you guys can argue with this one, but I think it's Derwent James from the the Chargers. Derwent James this season was hurt most of the season with a hamstring injury. I don't think he got any interceptions, but from the past years, he's done very good, and I still think he's a top safety. He's getting hurt a lot. He's injury prone, kind of, but, with the stats he's put up in, 3 years, I think. Derwent James is still a top safety. He's fast. He's hard hitting, as well. And stats-wise, he's pretty good. Coming number 6, almost said 5. Coming in number 6 spot. This one was kind of hard. I'm going to say it's Eddie Jackson for the Chicago Bears. He has gotten a lot of interceptions, but they've been all called back. So, Eddie Jackson is like a zone safety. He's not like a blitzing safety like, other safeties. Eddie Jackson is a really good player, very athletic, speed-wise, he's kind of there. He's agile. That Chicago Bears defense is really good, and Eddie Jackson is a top 10 safety, not top 5. He's pretty good, but Eddie Jackson has, for the career, he has pretty good stats. A lot of his interceptions get called back though. Coming number 5 spot, I have Budda Baker from the Cardinals. Could argue if he's better. I think Budda Baker is a little bit better than Eddie Jackson, but Budda Baker, we saw it last year. He did pretty good. He only has 2 interceptions, but, he could come in the box like other safeties and play. We saw one last year where he almost got the pick 6, but DK Metcalf came and stopped him and stuff like that. But, he's solid, and Hopefully he can do good this year, and he's a top 5 safety in my opinion. Coming in number 4 spot, Justin Simmons from the Denver Broncos. You guys can argue if Buda Baker's a little bit better, but Justin Simmons is. I know he got like a big contract recently, like 4 years and something like that. I know. I want the Cowboys to pick him up in free agency if he won, but you know he got signed still, and he got re-signed with the Broncos. You know, Justin Simmons stats wise he's pretty good. You know, he's like a zone coverage safety like Eddie Jackson and, you know, Derwent James, but Derwent James is kind of a box safety, to be honest with you. You know, but Justin Simmons is solid. Coming in number 3 spot is Jamal Adams. You guys can say he's the best safety. I don't think that, and we'll get to that in a minute. Jamal has only, I think, 2 interceptions, no interceptions this season. He's a linebacker safety, box safety. He plays linebacker as well. You know, Jamal Adams still a solid. You know, he's not really good coverage safety or zone safety, but you know, Seattle puts him at, you know, they put him down at the linebacker position and stuff like that. You know, but you know, I think, you know, he could do better. You know, hopefully Jamal Adams can, you know, do something. But, you know, it's not, you know, I think he could do stuff. Come at the number 2 spot is Tyron Matthew from the Chiefs. You know, he's solid, and, he can do a lot of work. You know, Chiefs need him. You know, he's probably one of the best safeties in the league. You know, solid, fast. You know, he can do a lot, but he got a lot of penalties in the Super Bowl, if you guys didn't know, if you guys watched it. But you know, Tyron Matthew's still solid, and I think he can do a lot of work, and you know, I think he's like 30 or getting close to 30. You know, if you guys didn't know what teams he played on, he played with the Texans and the Cardinals, now the Chiefs. But he can do a lot of stuff. Coming at the number 1 spot is Minka Fitzpatrick. You know, Minka is the best safety in the league, in my opinion. He is by far, yes, he's better than all of his safeties. You know, he's got a lot of interceptions. You know, the Steelers gave up a lot for Minka. Minka is fast. You know, he can do a lot of stuff, and I like that. And if Minka, you know, he has a contract coming up, and Pittsburgh has to decide if they want to pay him or not and let him go and stuff. But Minka is solid, and I think he's the best safety. And interceptions-wise, he can do a lot. He's agile. You know, he's fast. He can do a lot. You know, but this is all based off opinion. I don't know if you guys agree with me or not. But, yeah, so I think Minka's the best safety. And until then, I'll probably do... My next video is probably going to be the top 10 corners. And boy, oh boy, that's going to be a good one. So I would recommend y'all to stay there. And after that, I'll probably do linebackers and D-line and stuff like that. I mean, my corners list it's pretty good. I think you guys are like it. Anyways, yeah, but catch y'all in the next one.